about dating coaches always trying to tell men to do things that they aren't even willing to do themselves, right? They want to tell men to put in all the work, but none of the women are willing to put in any of that work.
All right, we're back with another dating coach, as if that's an actual thing. This one telling men that they should just suck it up and go.
You would think a dating coach would be someone on the sideline as you're going on dates. Like, yeah, you do that. Yeah, you should say this and all that. That's what I would think a dating coach is someone that's in your ear while you're on the date itself.
Go do it. Go put themselves out there because, well, nothing could ever possibly go wrong if they did. Let's hear what she has to say, shall we?
If you're not approaching women, you're not playing it safe. You're missing opportunities.
Oh, really? And what opportunities would those be? Could it be the opportunity to get called or labeled a creep? Perhaps the opportunity to have a woman post your name, image, and everything about you that she can find on social media.
It's so easy for people to dox you nowadays, right? I was going through a couple videos and just, especially the one video with Mankind when that one female comedian doxed him. It wasn't that hard for her to find his LinkedIn and all of his profiles and show her whole audience to go and try to attack this man for what? Making videos?
In order to dox you and destroy you, simply because you were dumb enough to walk up to her and say hi.
Yep.
How about the opportunity to invest years of your time, energy, and effort into someone, not to mention thousands upon thousands of dollars, only to have her suddenly decide you aren't good enough, that she can do better, that Chad, Tyrone, or Rico, and in some cases all three, will wife her
Why isn't there a Chang?
up and give her the life
I never
that she
get a
thinks
Chang out
she
there.
deserves. Not the one you've been busting your ass for years giving her.
Oh, was it Ricky Tan? I think that was what you guys were saying. Like an Asian Chad is Ricky Tan. It's just from Rush Hour.
Do you mean those opportunities? Yeah, I'm betting you're not going to mention any of those.
Men avoid approaching because it feels risky.
No, Cupcake, it doesn't feel risky. It is risky. But see, you don't know that because you aren't a man and you've never experienced, not even for one single second of your life, what we men experience all day, every day. And two, you live in a world of delusion, one that says women are all perfect paragons of virtue who would never, never do anything wrong. Yourself included, right?
But let's tell the truth. Only 3 things will happen.
Okay, let's. And I've already mentioned a couple of them, but
Just 3,
I want to
huh?
hear yours.
1, she's into it. You talk. You connect. Maybe something.
That's probably like the least likely one. She's into it. She wants you. Like, no, that's probably the least likely out of every single approach men do. That's maybe 0.0001%.
Actually.
Unless you really can read the signals correctly, which again, women just blinking at you twice thinking is, you know, them giving you the most obvious signal possible or something.
Happens.
Could that happen? Sure. But in theory, Sydney Sweeney could magically show up on my front porch in the next hour telling me she's seen all of my videos and has fallen deeply in love with me.
Oh,
She could then start throwing herself at me because she's ready, willing, and able to make me happy, if you know what I mean. I mean, that could happen, right? Except you'd have a better chance of finding a unicorn farting purple fairy dust while holding a $1 billion winning lottery ticket in its mouth than that actually happening.
2, she's not. You get rejected. Cool. You survived. Your life.
that's the most likely scenario, but also a lot more involved than just rejected.
doesn't crumble.
Yeah, it's cool. It's no big deal. Man, do you see how dismissive she is of our feelings, of our experiences? Because to her, men getting rejected all the time feels good somehow. Well, if that's the case, then why don't she and all the other girlies do all the approaching? Why don't...
Yeah, because they never want to try it. They think men is, oh yeah, men must love getting rejected. If we did, you should try it. You know, like, see how much you guys like it.
They deal with the cool rejection. Oh, right. Because they can't and won't. No, the minute a man tells them no, they go to complete pieces. They demand a full congressional hearing and start making TikToks melting
Men are gay.
down in their car asking, why don't men want me? Yet this dating coach wants you to believe it's all cool. The delusion is mind-boggling, isn't it? I mean, do you need any more evidence of how entirely dismissive she is of men's lived experience? How she has...
Men have feelings? I didn't know.
Absolutely no clue what that even is, nor does she care to.
Nope.
3, she says, I have a boyfriend, and you walk away like a man who actually knows what he wants.
Translation, she thinks you're a complete creep who's unworthy of her. Thus, she's going to run around telling everyone about the loser that came up to her. Hell, she may even post it all over the internet to mock the man, to dox him, trying to get the world to make fun of him or even hate him. You know, like literally thousands of women just like this one do every single day. Yeah, sure, sign me up, honey. Sign me up to have my life, reputation, and manhood.
And yes, I know that we're a little harsh on the approaching and then telling men to not approach and stuff, but we're harsh for a reason. Like, yes, I want men to approach. I want men to have families. I want men to have kids. I want men, if that's what you want, you're going to have to approach. You're going to have to put in work. But the other side of it is, I want men protected. I don't want you to go to jail. I don't want you to be falsely accused. I don't want you to be destroyed by a lot of these harlots out there. It's a sad world. You have to try to navigate it the best you can.
Ridiculed and made fun of, simply because some chick like you decided she was better than me, even though I'd be the one punching down if I approached her. Not up.
That's it. Those are the outcomes.
And there it is, the complete delusion that today's modern women, and especially the dating coaches, live by. No, those are not the only outcomes. Not by a long shot. You left out the most important ones, some of which I've already mentioned. The most likely ones, in fact. And why did you do that? Because you're trying to make a buck by coaching people on dating and showing you have no business doing so in the process.
And you're not genuine about it. That's the other side. I feel like a lot of these dating coaches and a lot of these people are not genuine about it. If you genuinely cared, you would try to navigate men and women properly. Like, I'm not saying I'm the best, but I genuinely care and I want to try to navigate you the best way possible. And again, I'm always wanting families and wanting you guys to have kids, but I also understand the dangers of dating, and I also want you to protect yourselves. If you don't want kids and a family, then just protect yourself. But if you want a family, you're gonna have to protect yourself and still work towards approaching and doing all these things. It's just more work and it's harder. I think it's worth it, but it might not be for a lot of you guys.
Either you're too dumb to know what's really going on in the real world, or you know exactly what's going on and don't care if men get their lives upended or destroyed as long as you get paid. Either way, it shows you for who you are. Someone who should never be trusted.
So the real risk? Not approaching and staying invisible.
No, that's not the real risk. That's the smart,
best.
prudent, rational decision that men should make. Because the real risk is what we've already talked about. The real risk is what men experience by the millions every single year. The real risk is women like this very one who tell men it's okay, that they'll never do anything to hurt them, when in fact they'd have no compunction or regret whatsoever in destroying that man simply because they can. If there's no risk, then why don't you do it, honey? Why don't you take it on? Why don't you do all the approaching? Why don't you practice what you preach and start doing what you're telling men to do? And we know you won't, nor will you ever tell any woman to either. Because in the end, you don't care about men at all.
Never.
You just see them as marks, someone whose wallet you want to try and plunder. Someone you couldn't care less about if they ended up following your advice only to have their life destroyed or even ending up in prison. You know, all the things you yourself have neglected to mention.
Yeah, why would they mention that? The truth that actually affects men and makes men not want to approach? Yeah, they're definitely going to be hiding that facts. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.